Hello one and all, I'm Pal of Games and welcome to the show what has come back for you, Hearthstone Hearth Hour. Yes, it's back, and why not? Because we need some more Hearthstone, I think. Well, it's just needed. So I'm going to be playing for around about half an hour, showing stuff off in Hearthstone and stuff. Look, we've got a new card, sleeve, back, whatever you prefer to say. And yeah, so let's throw into what I'm doing today. I've come up with this really fun concept for a deck, and as far as I know, I haven't seen anyone else try this sort of thing, but it runs around the idea of Lorewalker Cho and gaining advantage from him mainly. And the way it works is I'm running the other Pandarian cards, the Ancient Brewmaster and the Young Brewmaster, so that I can keep switching it in and out. And so I'm able to still use the spells, but my opponent's unable to do that. I've had mixed results with this deck. It's not really a competitive deck, it's more just for fun deck. You know, I've had a lot of fun with it. I've got to a point now where I'm just bored in the competitive scene. I've just burnt out, to be honest. I'm really needing them new cards to start coming in to reinvigorate the game, I feel. In my opinion. But there you go. Lorewalker chose the main engine of the deck which I focused around, which was the idea of when a player casts a spell with a copy in the other hand. Now I've gone with quite a heavy amount of spells, you would say, but considering this is the fact. But I am using the Brewmasters and the youthful Brewmasters, which I mentioned before, to swap it in and out so that I gain as much advantage as possible. Now, alongside this, I am also running some Acidic Swamp Oozes, some Shattered Sun Clerics, some Keeper of the Groves, which all synergise well within this, because Keeper of the Grove works as a battle cry as well. I've thought about doing a battle cry deck, but I haven't finalised a good set of cards which work well within it. So I'm still testing with that. Then you've got some other cards which you might question, like the Mark of Natures and the Mark of the Wilds. Well, you know, to be fair, I have found ways of being able to sort of make my Lorewalker Cho a bit stronger at very little cost, because obviously the main point of druid is that they're great with board control, and so I've been able to sort of stop them from gaining the momentum. So all it takes is, say, one Mark of the Wild to make my Lorewalker Cho really powerful. Not to mention that if he tries and uses it himself, he's going to obviously put himself in more trouble. I've also put in some sort of heavy stuff at the end, sort of help me end the game in terms of the Black Knight, Ancient of Law and Alexstrasza. Now, I've got to be honest, this is probably a weird setup if you was to ask me as to why. Some more battle cry just for fun. Alexstrasza, I just thought, hey, for a laugh, how fun would it be to be able to keep switching him in and out? So for the damage decks, it'd be really annoying for them to have to deal with it. I might try and find space for another Ancient of Law, or I might even decide to put some Ancient of Wars in. Who knows? I'm just crazy like that. This is the sort of Mark 1 version of it, and I've had some fun times with it. I'll mention just quickly while we jump into a game, because that's what you're waiting to see. That's what you want. We need to play a game and win, because we deserve a win, to be honest. But yeah, there was this mage I was versing earlier, and what had happened is, I wish I had recorded it. He got to a state where he'd sort of used up all his big stuff on my sort of early game creatures, my sort of mid game. And I got to a point where I'd managed to play a Lorewalker Cho and a Druid of Claw to protect it. For this hand, I'm just going to throw it all away and hope that I manage to get that Lorewalker Cho, which makes all the magic happen, let's face it. Ah, there we go. We've done it. Stage 1 complete. So all what we need to do now is just make everything else work out for us. Thinking what we can do turn 1. Maybe a secret might get played, or we might call into a soldier to start off with the force coming at me. And it's just going to pass, so I'm happy with that. I feel playing this early on is foolish. But I'm going to do it anyway, because my reasoning is Mark in H I can play next turn and make it a 4-4. And that kind of board control, what I can maintain currently, is going to be quite handy. Now I have got a predicament, however that Innovate has given me options. But I don't want to give him an Innovate. I'll be honest, every minute you're seeing the sort of counterproductive side of the deck. But that's okay. So I feel that I can sort of, for now, just ping off these creatures without too much trouble in that department. And I could Innovate, but I don't want to. I'm not going to. I'm going to just maintain my patience. So that next turn, that Mark over in H is going out. You could argue that the best thing to do there was to just either decide to take it out. Ooh, this is an interesting one, actually. How are we dealing? Ooh, here's where we start getting some bonuses. So that's obviously going to be a big boost because it gives my Cho some attack power, so it's actually a bit more useful. So I put clerics in there mainly just to make Cho better. Now you could say, oh, this deck's terrible. There's stuff you could have put in here to make it better and stuff. You can do that. You can let me know what you would have put in, as long as it sort of sticks to the gimmick, the idea, the reason to do it. Because that's why I made this deck, just because it was a lot of fun for me to play. And you know, that's what this game's all about, fun. If you're not having it, what are you playing at? We'll hit him again. We can afford to take them early hits.
Push forward.
Do we hit for 7? Huh. That's a choice right now. Is it one I want to do though? I think we want to play passive, especially against a paladin.
My hand is too full.
Ooh, that's interesting. But he's like overdrawn. Is this like some sort of crazy draw deck? Is he going to attack my Cho? No. He's happy for me to keep my Cho. That's interesting. Can we afford to give him a claw? That's going to be intriguing. I will play this. I'm thinking the trade-off might be worth it at this point. Because if I claw, he can do 2 damage to this. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play a bit risky. If nothing else, because it's going to mean that he's going to have trouble next time. Because he's got 10 cards. And who wants to do that, eh? Now, let's buff him up to crazy levels, because he can't do anything about it. Obviously, silence is going to be just ludicrous now. Tell me, though, how many Lorewalker Chos you've seen with 9 attack? And that's a big 9 hit. That's going to tell him. What's he going to do here? He's just stuck. Well, he's got an Argent, you know. What are you going to do? I just thought I was for comical effect. I mean, obviously I'm not playing seriously here. I mean, come on, guys. I am trying to put on a show for you at the minute. And more draw power is what I need now. And we will eliminate his threat. So let's see how much damage we have in hand now. 4, 9, 13 spell damage, you could call it here. So that's going to be interesting, because while I can't use it obviously all at once, it's nice to know it's there. It's going to mean that I can sort of play around what he's doing, and as long as he hasn't got any sort of major life gain, which he could have because he is a paladin, I shouldn't be in too much trouble. So this thing was a success, and I was hoping for it to be. Who knew? Crazy. Well, that's a nice start for him, and he consecrates as his follow-up. That's fair enough. I'm not too devastated by it though. I think the best thing to do here is just give him some targets, really.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
That'll do. I'm trying to think of his comeback to that, really. He could well just consecrate that and then sort of take my 3/3 out with potentially maybe another charge. He might have a I don't know. I'm not quite sure what he's doing here with his deck. I'm not quite sure. It seems like it's got some sort of theme to it. I'm just not sure what. He might just be that he's just putting any old cards that he feels good, but he seems to have a lot of structure. Ooh, Avenging Rat. This is interesting. Ooh, leaves me with a 3/2. How's he going to take that out? Ah, the claw, of course. And that leaves him on 14. And he Holy Lights. I think Holy Light's kind of a, I don't know, I wouldn't say it was a card I would recommend playing. So I'll just Starfire in here. It is a little waste, but I can afford it. I think I need to put on the pressure here. So let's put that 5/4 out. Because obviously, even though its main use isn't utilised here, it's still a big play here. It's going to mean that he's going to have trouble dealing with the damage I'm going to be putting out if he can.
Follow the rules.
So he can actually deal with it. So in the way in terms of destruction. So he's just going to try and minimise the damage possible. Running out to win. That is actually the perfect counter. Never mind. Now, people say you shouldn't play Black Knight. It's perfect, especially when you're playing in a deck that uses a lot of taunts, and then we've got a perfect follow-up to that as well. I'm just going to say thanks for... I really went for a sorry there, but just couldn't bring myself to do it. Now, I think the best thing to do, while you could say it would be Wrath, we just ignore it for now. He's going to have to force himself to either do some trading here, which is possible. I mean, he has got a Consecrate still left, so I would potentially be able to take out that and that, leaving only a 1/2. That'd be quite a nice trade for him. And that is the trade he's going for. See, I'm a prophet to my own demise. But how's that going to favour me later? Ooh, Avenging. That's going to... actually, that's great. Because I've managed to keep my 4/2, so you don't have to trade. So that's great. We're going to move on ahead with... That's 8 damage. So that's not quite enough yet. We are going to go with you 4. And follow up, I think, with just a simple takedown there. And from there, I believe we can just leave it at that. It's tempting to go for that, but I want to be a bit greedy and see if I can get more value out of it. So that'll leave it for now. As you said, I mean, I don't think the Brewmasters are great, to be honest. I've just been trying to make some use of them. Because I see those in the used cards, and, you know, it's nice to try and make something of them, to be fair. Well, we've got a trade-off here, obviously. Ooh. That is actually quite interesting, because that's going to give us some, sort of a bit more use out of him. We've got 4/8. I think we can take him out here, to be fair. Because if we do 2 swipes, innovate into the, oh yes, oh yes, loving it. We are so good. Well, what, about 15 minutes in, I think? We can make room for another. Oh, and look, level 50. Woo, loving it. What a great way to bring back the series. This deck needs a name. I'm going to call it the Panda Pop, I think, because it just poof, pandas away. I love how I was able to do it with the Brewmaster. So as you see, I'm like kicking ass with the levels. I want to get all the shinies. Working my way up to 1600, not 1600, 2000, because obviously you love that video. Golden Oasis Snapdraw next. I just cannot contain myself, guys. That was sarcasm. Onward and upward. So what did you think of my crazy intro I've got now? That's nice, isn't it? We've got another game here, hopefully, where we will hopefully do as good as last time. If not, never mind, eh? 1 for 1 isn't bad, considering this deck. I didn't make it to be competitive, but who knows? I mean, it has a lot of potential, especially in the future. If they had cards what benefit a lot off the return. I feel that is a lot within the core setting at the minute what can do that, but I don't know.
I must protect
I'm not sure what else I would like, to be honest, but I know that we could be looking at some better stuff. Do we keep the Innovate? We could very well be versing Miracle Rogue. Let's go crazy and just say get rid of Innovate. And we are looking at a very odd hand. It could be that, you know, the stars aligned last time, but this time I just have no hope in hell. If that's the case, it happens. We have got a very strong opener in Swampoos though, if he does decide to just go for the dagger, which he is. Well, he could make the ultimate, but it's not worth wasting. Obviously, I do have 2 and I have means to return, so and there's my return. So straight away, I'm going to just throw out that stick Swampoos. I'm teaching who's boss, really. I don't see why I can't. Just show the world how awesome the pandas are. Backstab was kind of expected. I was hoping that he wouldn't have it back. Do I coin keeper? Yes. I think that is how I'm going to play this. Because hopefully I'll be able to get a trade. In an ideal situation this is, if he doesn't eviscerate or do something crazy like that, I'll be able to hit him or hit a minion. And what's his follow-up? I knew he'd be able to take him out, but he did have to take his weapons. That's a shame. I was really hoping for some momentum there. Do I play with 5-4? Yeah. I feel especially the 5-4 is a bit more useless, just based on the fact that you're basically playing 4 for the same as this, except better stats. And that's annoying. But it would seem that is, I don't even get that. What was that about? Was it just for the sake of drawing? Yeah.
Another round?
I'll happily trade. Especially if he's Miracle Rogue. I think at this point I need to put some pressure on, if that is the case. We'll see how he plays now. It's really shaping up though that he's playing Miracle Rogue, and that is a bad idea. Because that means it's probably going to beat me. Okay, so he eviscerates. So I'm really starting to take out his firepower here. Acolyte, now that is... I've not really seen it played a lot within Miracle Rogue, so it leads me to think that maybe it's not, but it could be just an orthodox version of it. So I'll let that one fly. So at this point, the only thing I've got left is one more Ancient Brewmaster as my return stuff. I don't really want to mark in case it comes back to bite me. I think he's still got an Eviscerate left, so... Whereas he doesn't have a backstab, so you know. He's used both backstabs, so I'm using statistical probability. Oh, He's going for that route. He's going for additional draw. Okay.
This guy's toast.
That was an interesting play. It's obviously going to just make the game a little easier for him. But, I don't know. Do we take him out? Or do we get more draw? I think I'll go for the draw. We could do with it at this point. And we're going Acidic Swampu, so that's going to be useful. Especially if he gets an Assassin's Blade. Feel free, by the way, if you think that I've just played terribly within the game. Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'll just say sorry guys, sorry. That is actually a really efficient play on his part. Ooh, preparation. So he's definitely playing Miracle Rogue. I don't know whether he's playing Miracle.
Vengeance. The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Back 10-10. It's lucky I have that keeper. That's all I can say. And he's going to just look so upset when I do it. Silencing him off. Then we... Do we take out that? Decisions. You only live once, so why not? I don't like spell damage. Causes problems. And we will mark so that we have got some sort of protection against any just sort of direct hits. I feel that I might play someone who's not playing Miracle Rogue well. Vanish? What's this? He's actually gave me a bonus there. Obviously he gets one from Agent, but I don't know if I would value the bonus he got as better than mine. I'm kind of at this point starting to take out everything he's got in his engine, really, from what I know of Miracle Rogue. Obviously Leroy's there, but as long as I don't go... Well, actually, at this point, I could be in danger zone, potentially, with 2 Cold Bloods, but, well, no, he's used 1 Cold Blood. The point I was making was he still has a Cold Blood. And obviously, it's 18 if you include the Shadow Steps, plus the Cold Blood would be 22 exactly. Huh. So, for that reason, Sap is annoying, but I think... That's what I want him to do. I want to draw out another Sap. Sure, I've used both marks now, but I feel that him returning it is a benefit to me more than him. And that was the Sap I was expecting.
This guy's
and here's a second I7 agent. Huh. Oh, now I'm down to 17. Huh. That's annoying. How can I get around it? I suppose I could hope to draw into something better. Is that what I want to do here, though? He has got 4 cards, so the likelihood of him having that combo is unlikely. I think I'll take the risk at this point. Just because I know he has a gadget hand still. And that could be a problem. Not to mention, the deck's been a little on the unorthodox side so far, so... I don't know what he might have in store. And I think just to put on some pressure, I will play that Swampoos as well. Just because, you know, it gets rid of a 3-1 weapon. It's probably a great time to play this, especially if he's not playing Assassin's Blade. That's going to be the best chance I get. And he's hitting me in the face with the dagger. And switching over to me. Don't know if I agree with that completely. We'll try and put on some pressure. we can do 9 damage next turn. We'll just armor up, I think. Do we Starfire at this point? Because we could, but I think we'll leave it and see what he does. The Starfire might be needed removal, but it's going to end either way, I feel. Yeah. So has he managed to draw into that second Shadow Step or Cold Blood he needed? I'll get what he has. Every time, guys. Last time it happened, this time it's happened. I just don't know anymore. Yeah. Miracle Rogue, eh? What are you gonna do? I just didn't have an additional taunt there. That was the problem with it. Well, I tried for you guys. Just it didn't pan out. We're reaching that mark now, to be honest, and we'll just go back to the quick, just the overview of the deck again, in case you forgot or want to recap. That's what the deck's looking like at the minute. If you know any suggestions what you think might improve the deck, then let me know. Make sure it sort of stays within this idea I've gone with. I'm thinking maybe I might put in an Ancient of War and take out potentially a maybe some Mark of Natures, maybe, I don't know. Obviously I want to keep the Brewmasters because that's the whole point really, and without it I would just be lost. I might take out the Alexstrasza for it actually. I haven't got much use out of Alexstrasza, so you know. It's not worked out quite as I wanted. Oh. Whoops. Woo. I need to make some more laws. Or make a law and a wall, maybe. So that was the deck. Hope you've enjoyed. Come on guys, let's like it up. Leave a comment. And yeah, I want to do some more Hearth Hours. I obviously did a few. They didn't quite get the popularity I would have liked them to originally. I'm hoping this time around it's going to be different. I'll come back with some new original material, I hope, that will keep you engaged. And it won't just be some normal gameplay like I used to. It's more like this, where I just come up with a nice idea, try and make it as competitive as possible, and that'll be the way to do things, I feel. As I said, you know, we could come back with a version 2.0 if you guys have some awesome suggestions. Other than that, thanks for watching everyone. I hope you've enjoyed, and other than that, goodbye.